grand hall filled with the world's most influential minds, people like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, and Jeff Bezos inspired the crowd with their stories of innovation and success. But far from the spotlight, in a crowded train station of the city, a homeless man sat by the platform. His clothes were torn, his face weary, and in his hands was an old rusty tin can. He lived off the kindness of strangers, his tired eyes still holding a faint glimmer of hope. One day, a young businessman in a black suit walked past. Confident and poised, he stopped in front of the beggar. Instead of dropping coins, he asked, "Have you ever given anything to anyone?" The beggar froze, confused. The businessman gave a small smile and said something that would echo in the man's mind for days. "If you have nothing to give, you have no right to ask." That night, under the dim glow of a street lamp, the beggar lay awake on the pavement. The question haunted him. The next morning, as he wandered past the railway tracks, he spotted a tiny wildflower blooming by the edge. Carefully, almost reverently, he picked it and placed it in his tin can. From that day on, whenever someone gave him money, he would hand them a flower in return. At first, it was met with small, polite smiles. But over time, more people began to stop. More hands reached out to give, and more smiles were exchanged. On the days when the flowers ran out, the coins in his can were fewer. And that's when he realized, the flowers are what I have to give. Weeks later, the same businessman returned to the station. This time, the beggar stood tall, a smile on his face, and held out a flower. "I have something to give now." The businessman took the flower, shook his hand firmly, and said, "You're no longer a beggar, you're a businessman." 6 months later, outside a small flower shop with a hand-painted sign that read "Fresh Flower Exchange," the once homeless man was busy arranging colorful bouquets. He had customers, a steady income, and most importantly, something meaningful to give every single day. As the sun set in warm golden light, he stood at the shop's entrance, a calm smile on his face, thinking back to that train station. In his heart, one truth remained: we only truly receive when we give.